Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us for today's webinar, 5 Easy Ways to Transform Your Absolute Account. We appreciate you taking time out of your day to be here with us. My name is Kristen, and I'm the Manager of Customer Success here at Absolute. Joining me today is Matt Menkoff, our SVP of Customer Experience.
Hi everyone, and thank you for joining the webinar today. Today's webinar was inspired by a very long checkout line at the supermarket a few months ago. As I stood there with a grocery basket full of things to buy and lots of people milling around me, I looked at the magazine rack beside me, and the spring-summer edition of many magazines were out, and the spring-summer edition of virtually every magazine started with something like 5 quick tips to fill in the blank. Some of them said 5 quick tips to your perfect beach body, 3 pro tips to get a perfect lawn and garden, you're doing it wrong, quick fixes to take the perfect photo or grill a perfect steak. And so these types of things really inspired our thinking around our customers and how they use our product today, and allowed us an opportunity to try to figure out what would be the 5 quick fixes that we think will give each of you the most bang for your buck, that are easy to implement and will provide you with the most lasting value from the Absolute platform. And so today we're going to be talking about specifically around account health and how it's measured. We're going to give you some information and some tools to help you benchmark your own account health. And then lastly, we're going to do a countdown of 5 pro tips to help you improve your overall Absolute account health. Well, like many SaaS companies, Absolute does a fair amount of measurement and collection of data about customers and how they use our product. And we use this to really understand your health, your customer account health. As we think about it, customer health, like human health, is made up of several factors. So if any of us are going to the doctor to do a checkup, the doctor is going to want to inquire about several things. The doctor will want to inquire about our age, they'll want to inquire about our family and our medical history, they'll want to inquire about our diet and our exercise, and probably several other factors as well. But much like our own personal health, your account health is also made up of several factors. So the first factor that we look at when we're considering your account health is what we call setup. And setup is really a set of baseline measurements that we use to assess your ability to use the platform. So these are very simple underlying things like, do you have the Absolute agents deployed properly? Do you have a healthy call-in rate? Do you have a set of basic configurations and policies in place that would allow you to take advantage of other areas of the platform? So setup is very important. Another factor we look at then is features. So if you are set up to use the product and you do have those underlying configurations and policies in place, we look at your feature usage and adoption. So specifically, we want to know, are you using few, some, or all of the features that we have available? We want to know how often you're using them. So we measure not just if you're using them, but the intensity by which you're using them. The third factor we look at is the breadth and depth of users. We strongly encourage multiple users using the product across different departments or functional areas within your organization. And we encourage them to use the product frequently. So what we're measuring here is number of users, number of logins, number of unique users, and the recurrence of those users. How frequently are they coming back to the Absolute platform as part of their job? So those 3 components are really things that we're measuring about how you're using the product and how often. But the 4th factor comes from you, and this is around customer satisfaction. So many of you, most of you by now would have received our Net Promoter Styles, the 1-question surveys that we send out to each of you at least twice a year. We use these as a listening post to understand what our customers are telling us about their satisfaction with our product and our company, and we use those scores to influence your overall account health. Now, as we look at all of these factors, the setup, features, users, and satisfaction, one of them, that is setup, is certainly the most important. We view the setup piece as being foundational to your account health and your ability to take advantage of our platform. So again, bringing it back to the doctor's office, when you go in for your annual checkup at your family doctor, your doctor will do simple things like check your blood pressure and check your heart rate and maybe do a blood test and check your reflexes. And these are simple things that the doctor will do in order to assess your baseline health. If your baseline health is good, then you as a patient are in a position to partake in other activities. You might walk, you might run, you might, whatever you might do. You might participate in other activities. And your ability to participate in them and the intensity by which you can participate them is really dictated by your baseline health or your underlying setup here. And so when we look at the setup of our customers, as I said, these are critically important to enabling feature usage and adoption across breadth and depth of users. And ultimately, if you've got a strong setup and you are using the platform and the features for which it's designed and you're using them frequently across many users in your organization, then it's highly likely that you'll have a strong customer satisfaction score, that you'll be very satisfied with Absolute and the platform that you've purchased and you're capitalizing on your investment. So we take all four of these components and we put them into the mix, and together they produce a score. Every single one of our Absolute customers has a health score associated with their account, and that health score helps us determine how we can best serve and manage you as a customer. So many of you may be wondering, if you don't know already, how healthy you are. We really look at three main cohorts. We take all of our customers, everyone gets a score, but you really fall into one of three brackets. You either have high health, which means you're over 75% health score, moderate health, you're between 50 and 75, or low health, you're somewhere less than 50% on our overall health score. And if you have a high health score, this probably means that you're making great use of our platform by multiple people across multiple capability or feature areas of our product, and you've probably told us that you're very satisfied with the platform and with Absolute as a company. If you're in the moderate health category, you're probably making some use of certain feature areas, but there are many areas of the product you may not be using or you may be underutilizing, and that may be awareness or certain use cases within your environment. And if you have low health, this means you're probably not making great use of a lot of the capabilities. Maybe you're not fully capitalizing on your investment or the licenses that you've purchased, and there's lots of room to improve, and that's okay because that's really why we're here today. But as a SaaS company, we have the benefit of being able to look across all of our 12,000 or so commercial customers, and we have the benefit of understanding how they're using the product. And so we can look at healthy customers, and we can discern what are the hallmarks of those customers, what makes them healthy compared to other customers. And first and foremost, our healthiest customers, frankly, they just use the capabilities they've licensed. They use what's on the cart. They use what's available to them. They make great use of most, if not all, of the features that have been enabled in the platform. Secondly, our healthiest customers see security events early and often. These security events may be truly security events. They may be IT asset management issues as well, but they've configured the platform in such a way to be able to see loss, security, or risk events very early and all the time. Thirdly, they are secure. They've got users who are logging in using our most advanced secure methods, and they are ready to act. So they've seen the security events early and often, they're logging in securely, and they're ready to take action around some of our most high-value endpoint features. And lastly, and certainly not least, they also tend to be our most satisfied customers. And for us, having satisfied customers and having healthy customers is critically important. As a leader of our customer experience team, it is frankly our job to make sure that customers are achieving the highest health scores possible, which for me is a proxy for their ability to get value from our platform and be satisfied or, frankly, delighted with the service that Absolute's providing. And so before I turn it over to Christian here to talk about 5 easy ways to transform your account, I do want to stress that these truly are easy ways. Each of these things can literally be turned on or configured in minutes, and we believe that all of these things will provide each of you with extremely high value and quick fixes to get your perfect beach bod. Kristen, over to you.
Thanks, Matt. All right. So in perfect style, we're going to do this countdown.